فاصبر صبرا جميلا.
Dublin, Ireland. Assalamu alaikum, Mufti. Does a good leader seek out leadership position, or is this a recipe for pride and self-amazement?
Does a good leader seek out leadership, or is this a recipe for pride and self-amazement, etc.? In the Deen, in the Sunnah, you are not to ask for the leadership. The Prophet ﷺ, clearly prohibited this in several authentic hadiths. We will not use anyone who asks about it, anyone who's diligent for it. لا تسأل الإمارة. He said to Abdurrahman ibn Samurah, فإنك, because if you ask for the leadership, to the end of the hadith. So that's prohibited Islamically. However, there may come a time in which a person has to praise himself, or a person may have to step up or demand something because of him being the most qualified person, and other people will come along and do harm and damage. Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam said, put me in charge to collect the food and to store the food, because of the characteristics that I have, the knowledge that I have, the trustworthiness that I have. Okay, so it depends, but as default, it shouldn't be done. However, we mustn't lose focus of the fact that the whole entire system of government today, except for what Allah has mercy upon, illa man rahim Allah, is un-Islamic, non-Islamic. Many people, and this is the whole one little pin is the thing that messes everything up. The whole Khawarij, enjoining the good, forbidding the evil. You can't speak out against this ruler. This is the whole problem. This government that you're praising and defending is not an Islamic government. Nothing about it is Islamic. The ruler himself, president, prime minister, king, whatever, he never ever said out of his mouth, I'm an Islamic ruler. Why are you fighting so hard to Islamicize someone who has not Islamicized himself? Everyone understand this? That's the problem. So how you asking for application of the Islamic rules for the subject, but not demanding the application of the Islamic rules for the leader, let alone the system of government? It doesn't make any sense. So for argument's sake now, you're this prime minister, president, whatever you are, your rule is not a legitimate Islamic rule from the beginning to the end. According to you. You never said it was. You said, I'm the prime minister, I'm the king of this country. You didn't say anything about a ruler. You didn't even use an Islamic name, an Islamic term, right? So for argument's sake now, I can do whatever I want regarding you in the political aspect, because we're not dealing with or talking about what? Islam. I don't understand this. That's the problem. Person is secular, he can't take any criticism because of Islam. Well, how the heck are you secular then? So it's just contradiction upon contradiction upon contradiction. Everyone understand this? For argument's sake, there's an Islamic ruler, a legitimate Islamic ruler, not perfect. He has some problems. He has some issues. Then we can talk about this hadith. You can't say this. You can't do this. You can't revolt. You can't rebel. But we're not dealing with Islam from the get-go. And this is how the shaitan tricks the people. Scholars, doctors, students, whatever, all included in being tricked. If it was about Islam, we wouldn't what? We wouldn't be in this what? Situation. People ask me, they've asked me, what is the Islamic ruling on Palestine and Israel? What is the Islamic ruling on saying that Israel? First and foremost, is Israel and Palestine, there are Islamic elements for sure. But the whole entire argument and discussion is not just purely what? Islamic. And if it was, it wouldn't be the situation in which it's in. Because they wouldn't have done this. This country wouldn't have made this secret deal. These people wouldn't have done it if it was about Islam. So we have to wake up. We got to realize. We talk about the deen, we talk about the deen. We talk about the dunya, we talk about what? The dunya. Are there times in which the two worlds cross and merge? Yes. Wallahu ta'ala alam.